Finding the Johne's control index for your client herds is extremely straightforward in InterHerd Plus. First thing, select the herds that you want to work with. So click on the herd selector, which displays all of your herds that you have user rights to. Each herd should have the Johne's latest Johne's test date described in one column. If you want to see to be sure that you leave out people who were not testing last year, sort that. So click on the heading a couple of times and it'll put the latest test at the top and the earliest test. This is the latest test that the herd at the bottom had. So they all tested in 24-25. So I'm going to select them all, which means Control A will select the whole lot. So I saved that. So these are the herds that I'm going to work with. What is their Johne's control index? So we go reports, we go to the national, and we look at the KPIs for Johne's disease. So this is going to compare those 23 herds in this case against the database, all the 1900 herds that are in the 2024 national Johne's database. So this will give a very clear indication of where your herds sit compared to the national picture. This now it's got a lot of work to do picking up all those back data from Johne's, so it will take a minute or two. Once the data are displayed, you've got your clients appearing as blue bars superimposed on top of the 2000 herds in the background in the national database displayed in grey. So the Johne's control index is basically the average of all of your client herds. So if you go to the box up here, the tick box, and you click on that, then that will give you a figure for your herd. So 6.66 is the current position of this herd based on these clients. 5.5 is the national target by 2030. So obviously the best way to get to that position will be to sort out these herds. You can work out who those are by dragging through there or going to the KPI data and so on and so forth. So this is your position. If you need to declare what your value is now. It's not a competition. The most important thing is that you are improving year on year, and if we can prove that, then that would be really helpful. So let's have a look and see whether you are improving on the position where you were with these herds maybe 3 years ago. And while what I'm going to do is change the KPI year from 2024 to 2021. So that will, but just before I do that, Q3 7.56 currently. To be in the worst quartile for Johne's, you have to have an average test value of 7.56 or higher. Okay, so let's change this to 2021. Go back 3 years. There we go. And it goes off to pick up the data. So I'll leave the cursor there, which is at 7.56, and we will see what the new figure is when it comes. So we now have the picture of where your herds were and where the national herd was back in 2021. The grey is the position of the 1900 herds that were testing back in 2021, what their average test values were, and your individual herds as well, where were they back in 2021 if they were testing. So 7.56. To be in quartile 3 back in 2021, you only had to have you had to have a value above 9. So that gives you an indication of the enormous progress that we have made nationally. But as a vet group, these same herds 3 years ago were 7.05. They're now 6.66. So they are making progress, and this is what we hope to see in the coming years.